Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to chat with you real quick about a big issue in the coaching industry, which is a lot of people trying to copy each other and essentially getting into a situation where they don't really like what they're doing anymore. They don't like the business that they're building. And I know if you're a coach or if you've explored getting into the online education industry, then you know what I mean. Like every single program will teach you that the fastest way to make money is to, have a high ticket program and literally just DM 100 people, start a lot of conversations, offer to get on the phone and sell your program. And that is true. Like if there was literally a contest to see who could make the most money in the next 30 days, right? Between you and another person, and neither of you have a big following or anything like that, then that would be the way to do it, right? The way to do it would be to, get on the phone with people and ask them to join your program fast as possible, right? The problem with that is that what's the fastest thing in terms of earning revenue is often not what people enjoy the most. It's not in alignment with the legacy that they would like to leave as a coach or a thought leader or whatever. I know for me, I got sucked into that for a long time, and I got pulled away from a lot of the things that I had originally envisioned myself doing in this space. Like forget even the word coach. I always envisioned that I would write a bunch of books, that I would create courses, really good content, and I'd work with a small amount of people, but like the sales wouldn't be forced, like I wouldn't have to cold DM people and get on the phone with people who have no idea who I am. They've never bought anything. They don't trust me yet, right? That is a slog if you are trying to make it in this game. And it definitely works in terms of making money the fastest. But is that what you want to build? Do you want to master cold DMs and then train a team of people to do it for you, and then hire sales reps and then train them, and your day becomes managing your setters, managing your sales reps? That is where you would be heading if you continue to go down that path. And for me, that's just not what I want to do, right? What I want to do is write books, make courses, and sell those things, learn how to sell those things via paid ads, build my list, warm my list up, and then occasionally advertise a higher ticket back-end program, like either working with me one-on-one, or if I launch another group, advertising that. And so the goal of this video is absolutely not for you to think that you should copy what I want to do, but to give you some ideas and to give you permission to envision the business the way you want it to be. If you can't see clear, like a painting, an inspiring vision for your education business, if you think you have to wake up and do stuff that you don't like doing and you have to copy all the gurus, you will ultimately self-sabotage or procrastinate, and you won't enjoy it. And isn't that supposed to be the whole point? If you start a passion business, you should enjoy it. It doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect. You're going to be able to avoid doing anything you don't want to do, but you should enjoy your business, okay? And so what I want you to do before you join coaching programs or any of that is take some time to get really clear on what does that business look like for you. For me, I just want to create content like this and write books and courses and serve a small amount of people back end, either one-on-one or group coaching, maybe occasional in-person events. That's it, right? And I want my books and courses to do most of the heavy lifting for me in terms of building my audience and getting my message out there and warming the audience up to the idea of working with me on the back end, okay? And so I'm not that concerned about how much money I'm going to make in the next 30 days, right? Like, I don't make decisions based upon that. And I have been coaching for 6 years now, and I've done 6 figures a year for almost every year I've been doing this, right? So in one sense, it's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, I'm not worried about the money. But if you're a newer coach and if you really need money, you are going to have trouble like disidentifying from that and getting in touch with your real legacy, you know, what you want to do. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is like this pyramid. You can look it up online, and it says, you know, at the bottom of it, the most important part is food, shelter, security. If you don't have those things, you really can't get past that mentally and get into like legacy leaving mode and like self-actualization and what you want to do with your career. But that actually is a big problem, because if you're going to be a coach or a thought leader, you can't do that from a place of scarcity. Like that, a scarcity mindset of like, how am I going to put food on the table, combined with I'm going to lead these people and leave a legacy. Those two ingredients just don't mix. Okay? And so do what you got to do to alleviate your financial concerns before you sit down and plan the vision for your education business. Alleviate them elsewhere. And look at this as the way that you're going to share what you know and make a difference in the world and make an impact, okay? Because that is what this industry is for. This industry is not for the purpose of you making millions of dollars, even though you can, and we should be grateful that we can do that. There's no ceiling on your income like there is if you went to be a teacher or a therapist or a social worker. You should be grateful that you have no ceiling on your income. At the same time, don't let that determine your strategy. Don't look at what other people are doing and say, what makes 10 grand a month, or how do I scale to 50K, you know, in 30 days. There's all this stuff going on around, and it's toxic. It's not helpful to you, and you need to be inspired by the business you're building, the vision you have, be inspired by the day-to-day work that you're doing, and feel proud of the work you're putting out there and the way you're showing up online, and be patient. And you really can build something amazing. You're only going to persist if you are in alignment with what you're doing and if you're building what you want to build. Okay? That wouldn't work if you were building like a car in your garage or something either, right? Like, you've got to have a clear vision for what it is you're building, and you've got to want that outcome. And so stop copying other people. Stop participating in what has been called marketing incest, where everyone's just copying each other and doing the same thing as everyone else. And pave your own way. Once you get clear on how you want to leave your legacy, like for you, you might say, well, honestly, Brian, I'd just like to be an author. If I could, I'd just love to sit at the coffee shop and write books. Well, once you get really clear, if you want that to be how you spend your time and how you leave your legacy, then you can go hire a coach to help you write or to help you market and sell books, instead of just hiring a coach that says make 10K in 30 days, then they go have you do something that you either weren't ready for or didn't want to do in the first place. So the clearer you get on what you want to do as your strategy, the more the programs that are out there will be able to help you, because they will actually be a good fit for you. Cool? So I hope this helps. When you get clear on what you want to build, your work days, they just get so much more free and gratifying. I was building my next online course today at the coffee shop and just having a ton of fun knowing I'm putting together a really valuable asset that I'll be able to sell that will really change lives and do a lot of the heavy lifting for me and be replicable, meaning I can touch a lot of different people's lives at the same time, or there's only one of me, right? So creating a replicable asset is exciting to me. And that's what I want for you guys, a clear vision of an inspiring education business that you want to go build, and you don't see a bunch of crap in the way and a bunch of you having to do things you hate or be someone you're not along the way to get to where you want to go. Cool? So what I shared today, which is building the roadmap to you entering the online education space, that is what I cover in my 6-week one-on-one coaching program that takes successful entrepreneurs who want to break into the education space and gives them the exact A to Z plan in order to do that. We cover determining who your ideal client is, the niche you want to coach in, what outcome you want to create for them, writing up your offer, designing your program, and finding a really fun and authentic way to market and sell your program without doing a bunch of stuff that you hate and you've been taught in all these other programs. If that sounds like a fit, shoot me a DM. We can have a chat over Messenger or a short call to see if it's a fit or not. And you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon.